Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose UCAR. Every week we bring the tips, tools, and strategies for you to become a world-class public speaker. We bring you guests, experts, and authorities in the field of public speaking to enrich you and enhance your public speaking journey. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment. And now, please welcome your hosts, Elliot and Jose.
Hola, Elliot. It doesn't sound as good when you do it. It doesn't sound as good when you do it.
Yes, it does.
Hola, Elliot. Are we live already?
We are live. Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
what did you think? We weren't
hello,
live?
everybody. No, I didn't know, but I just want to say hello, everybody. Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast. How are you all doing?
Very
I
good.
love having this monologue. Well, of
Me
course, it's
too.
not a monologue, it's a dialogue with Elliot. But when it comes to you people, I want to know how you are. What are you up to?
Do you
Have
wanna
you been
know what love
listening?
is?
Yeah, I want to know what love is,
I want them
and
to show you.
I want you to show me.
Do you want to
Yes,
feel what love is?
yes. Let's talk about love.
Let's talk about love.
I
baby.
love you.
Thank you
There
very much. You see, people, this is the kind of relationship that we have here, and we would love you to be part of it as well. Maybe you will find it a bit cheesy, maybe not. What I mean is, interact. If you've been listening to the podcast, which has been your favorite episode? Let us know. Subscribe, share. Elliot and I have got, we've got loads of presents and things for you to benefit from, apart from everything that we share here and the speakers we bring. So you might wonder, why do these guys do this?
Mm.
Why do we do it? Because we believe in the power of public speaking. We believe in the power of public speaking. We believe in the power of public speaking. I'm not going to say it a fourth time, because when we speak, we are impacting lives. And on one of our previous episodes, we interviewed the one and only Alex Bruckner, and we spoke about impact, a legacy. So imagine if you could actually have a greater impact and a ripple effect in your community, in your business, in the people you spend time with. Public speaking can be transformational. It can change not just your life, but the lives of the people that listen to you. Always remember this. Only one person, you only need one person that listens to your story, and one person that does something with it and takes a learning away to change their lives. And then think about the ripple effect or the compound effect of this. I wanted to start today's episode by reinforcing this. Speak up. It's not just grabbing a microphone and delivering a keynote or a story. Speak up every time, because your voice matters. Your story matters. You matter. Hello, Elliot K. Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast. I love seeing your face. You are in deep thought in there. I just,
I was listening to what you're saying.
I felt like going deeper right away, because public speaking is transformational, and I would love more people to embrace it in their own way. So just in case they were wondering, why do these guys do this day in and day out, and then they have the Public Speaking Expert show on Clubhouse, and then they have the Instagram handle, and then they go live here and there, and they're always speaking. Apart from the fact that we love it, it's because we know the impact it can have in people's lives. So there we go. That's our legacy. Whenever Elliot goes, he will go before I do, because he's older. Then
I don't know who was the younger one on the dance floor when we went out on Friday night.
Well, don't let me talk. Elliot has been practicing. I haven't.
I thought that was a very beautiful way to open the show. I must say, Jose, you surprise me every day. That was good.
Thank you
I
very
like
much.
it.
Thank you.
And considering we didn't
much.
plan it, that was beautiful.
Well, that's it, brother. That's what we do. Is it's just improvising as well from what comes from within, and listening to our inner selves, inner voice, and everything. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna stop drinking the stuff Elliot gave me. It's a super drink for super speakers. So if you want it, all you have to do is drop us a message, and we're 50% off at the moment on the promotion.
But only if you send the message by the end of today.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whenever you
Yeah.
listen to this, it has to be sent before
The end of
midnight on
that
the
day.
10th of January of 2022.
So tell us who's sponsoring this episode.
Oh, this episode is being sponsored by the Speak to Sell Yourself and Your Business show, which runs every Thursday. Woo! It's not on Clubhouse. This is, I was going to say offline. It's virtual, but it's on Zoom. And we touch on different things to help people speak up, similar to what I was sharing initially, to speak to sell themselves. And this is not just for people who have got a product or a service, it's for everything. Moving up the business ladder, how to communicate effectively, how to communicate with impact. This week, I'm going to be speaking about resilience, which is a topic that's very close to mind. And it is something that's been very, very present for me, especially during Christmas when I took a break in order to come back to basics, reassess things, how I'm living my life, the balance between my business and family time and time with friends. So yeah, if you want to join me every Thursday, then we will provide the link to that show. And that's it. That's what, the I lost it for a moment. I wanted to say something else about the show, but the show is there. The show is going to be there every Thursday. And I think today, most importantly, Elliot, what is that we're talking about?
Talking about speaking is marketing. No.
There we go. So the
That's
proof
the
is
theme
in
of
the
today.
pudding.
Pudding?
Well, the proof is in the pudding, I said. Well, pudding as well. I could definitely have some pudding, which is something that I decided not to have that often.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'm going back to my normal way of eating. So pudding is off the table. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about speaking is marketing. Because I think here's the thing: a lot of people will spend thousands and thousands, right, on, let's call it traditional marketing podcast, SEO. They'll spend money on PPC, pay per click. They'll spend money on Facebook advertising. They'll spend money on all kinds, which is slow and expensive. And believe you me, I'm one of those people. But nothing will accelerate your marketing as much as speaking. Nothing. Now, is there an element to marketing yourself as a speaker? Yes. But what I feel happens a lot is people actually separate speaking from marketing. When actually speaking, it promotes you. Speaking raises your profile. Speaking positions you as an authority. And speaking markets your business, your brand, and or your product and you. But yet people somehow do not quite see that yet. I think there's a change in the paradigm, but it's certainly not as quick, as quick as it could be. I do not see speaking as marketing, Jose. Tell me now.
Right now.
Right now, right here, right now.
One of the things is mindset, confidence, the not knowing how to do it, because it's not just speaking. There is a structure, there is a science, and there is an art to speaking in public, to
What, you mean you
presenting
don't just show up
successfully
and speak and
with
then you're a public
impact.
speaker?
Exactly. Apparently, that's not the case. So that is a
You
belief
lie.
people may have. And then also, to get to that level, yes, people, it takes some time, it takes some effort, it takes daily practice. So for some people, it's actually might be easier to just go to someone and say, look, let's just put this amount of money on Facebook ads, or let's do this on SEO, or on write these blogs for me, or actually even writing, which is good. It's a good marketing practice. The thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. None of them, and listen carefully, none of them is going to enable you to connect with an audience, with another human being in the same way speaking does. That is because your voice is not being conveyed in there, your energy is not there. There are loads of things that are not going to come across. That's the beauty of speaking. And when you master it, and when I say master it, yes, there is a process, and we all in our journey. You never get to have the final product of you as a presenter, as a speaker. You will always evolve and grow. And you will see that by the numbers and everything else. But remember, if you want to stand up, if you want to be different, we all are, by the way. The best way is not just because I do it, and I'll show the proof in the pudding, as I said initially. The best way is to speak. Look, quick story. Well, no, I'm not going to go into a story, but you know, my origins, being from Venezuela and everything else. I went to Sweden as exchange student. What did I do in Sweden? And what was one of the prerequisites to present? Because I was supposed to be presenting, speaking about my country throughout Sweden when I was only 15, 16 years old. Then when I had the opportunities to leave Venezuela and go to Spain, they gave me a great opportunity to work for an association traveling worldwide. What did I do? Present, because they liked the way in which I presented. And I was always putting myself out there to speak up. I had the accent. I was different. I was coming from Latin America. There were people that were even more qualified, but they couldn't communicate it as well as I did. It's not credit to me. It's credit to the skill I learned, to the mindset I developed, which you can as well. Then when I came to the UK, why did I come? Because of the ability to connect with people. And then they gave me different opportunities all the way up to becoming the marketing manager because of this ability to present, connect, go out there. I opened doors for our team into one of the biggest aerospace manufacturers. Why? Because of the ability to present. I wasn't the most technical. I'm not an engineer. And yet I knew exactly how to communicate and present with impact. And nowadays, I run different things with Elliot. I run my own business. I help people speak just like Elliot does. And all of this because of having the ability to speak, to communicate with impact. What a better marketing avenue is there? Over to you, not even Elliot, over to you, people. Which one is it? Over to you, good amigo.
And I think, if you think with the pandemic as well, most people became speakers overnight. Suddenly you're presenting to Zoom. So even in your intimate settings, in where normally you might have not had to present, you're on camera, right? Um, you're pitching on Zoom, not Zoom, right? You're pitching to using a platform, right? Maybe we should get Zoom to sponsor this episode, right? But you're talking to a camera, which means you're speaking, right? You're speaking live. You're a speaker. Look, you can be a public speaker, which maybe speaks without getting paid, or you can be a paid speaker. But even if you go back to the Greek times, right? There were all these debates and conversations that happened in front of the public. Even then, they understood the power of public speaking, right? And I think the more we can get people to understand the power of it, actually, the better it get utilized. Now, of course, right now, a lot of people think that speaking is reserved for those confident few or for those extroverted few. But that's not true, right? Confidence can be worked on. And I know plenty of introverted speakers that are incredible speakers. It's really about having a voice, using it for good. It's about using a voice for impact. It's about speaking your greatness. But when you do that, right, you know, you could spend 10, 20, 30, 100 grand, or you could speak. And I'm not to say that speaking doesn't come with a cost, but the impact, the ability to reach, to connect. Look at if I think of the last 3 books I've listened to, right? They all talk about the importance of public speaking. Hook Point, Known, and even The Upper Limit, sorry, The Big Leap, they all talk about public speaking. In fact, every book I've listened to, not because I'm listening to books about public speaking, all have a section about public speaking and how important that's been to their careers and how that can help raise your profile and how that can help position you and how that can help stand you out. There's an incredible book called How to Stand Out and Speak and Be More Giraffe. That's probably the best one you could buy, right? And that's all about how to use speaking to stand out in your industry. There's another great book called Speak, Influence, Sell as well that can really help you stand out. But the point I'm making is, instantly, excuse me, when you speak, you are elevated instantly. Now you do a poor job, obviously you're not elevated anymore, but when you speak, when you stand and speak, you're instantly elevated. Now, of course, you need to deliver great content, you need to emotionally buy in the audience, but what you can do with an hour and a half, I can't think of many things that can compete with it marketing wise. Like standing for a stage in an hour and a half in front of 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 1,000 people, 100 people would cost you thousands to get the same results than speaking. That's why we're doing a whole episode about speaking's marketing. Now, you might say we're slightly biased. No, you might be right. But Here's what I will say, right? Is this: I have spent and I spend thousands on social media marketing. Still, nothing has the same accelerated speed of conversion than speaking. Jose.
It's a very good pause in there. What else can we say about the importance of speaking? I think we've said it pretty much all. And Elliot mentioned something again very important, because then if you just want to go on, and I'm going to be bold, blunt, direct, yes. If you want to come up with excuses such as, yes, but you guys are extroverted, or you guys are this, you guys have that, you guys have done it for so many years. We started somewhere. And for those of you, I didn't know Elliot when he was 5 or 10, but I went through a process in which I was very shy as well, and I didn't want to speak. And there were many times when I failed as well, and I still do have minor failures, which I use as learning experiences. The thing is, it is a transformational process. The beauty of public speaking is that every time you're in front of an audience, it's just like being in the stock market or the forex market. All the variables, everything changes right there at that very moment. The dynamics with the audience will be different because you're looking at and interacting with different people. So it puts you in a place of instant transformation. So if you really want to expand, grow, think outside the box and be uncomfortable, this is a great thing to do as well. It will help you with your marketing, with your business, most importantly, with your personal development, with your self growth. There are tribes, nomads, that really believe they learn through hardship. And you can, up to a certain extent, see public speaking and speaking as a bit of, there's hardship in the process that will always help you to become greater. And that's one of the reasons, apart from liking Elliot, that's one of the reasons why I always decide to turn up, to do the podcast, to be on Clubhouse, to speak to every opportunity when people say, yes, let's do it. Because I know week after week, day after day, I'm growing and I'm having a positive impact in my life. And I think, Elliot, that has no price, because even when we grow, then we're impacting our wives, our families, our children. Wow. Yeah. I mean, we do love public speaking. Speaking, presenting with impact, using language, dealing with, the challenges that an audience can bring as well. I just love it. People, are you or are you not going to start using speaking as a marketing tool?
That is the question. And of course, if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to myself, to Jose. The links are in the comments. You can reach out via the Instagram handle, the Public Speaking Expert Show. Reach out. Let's talk. Let us know how you're getting on. Of course, if you're listening to this on any major platform, leave a review. Let us know how you're getting on with it, right? And we'll send you a copy of one of my books until we release our books in March. So here's the thing, people. You can step up, stand out, and you can speak, or you can step up, stand out, and spend lots of money. Or even the wiser decision is to do both. Speak as well as use your other channels of marketing. Doesn't have to be a competition, doesn't have to be one or the other. How can you incorporate speaking? But the more we move forwards with the current world we live in, the more you're going to need to speak with power